Okay, so I have worked in different roles. Like I've worked as a business analyst, I worked as a product owner, I worked as a scrum master. I have experience in all the three roles. Currently, I'm at manager level, handling a team of business analysts. Okay, so I am a certified scrum master and a certified PMPO from Safe Agile. So these are the two certifications I hold. I do not hold any BA certification. Okay, so that is about me. Uh, right, and these are my certifications. Okay, right. So I have the experience in working with service and service based and product based organizations. Okay, so before we get into the actual demo session, do you guys have any questions for me? Okay, so we'll start with myths, right? So whenever we wanted to shift or we wanted to transform our career to, from one role to another role, like if you're working in a PPO or if you're working as a developer or a tester or a team lead, right? So if you want to shift or transform your career to business analyst, we generally hear from people, right? So business analyst require a technical knowledge, right? Business analyst should be from technical background. So these are the some myths which we hear here and there. When we start discussing with our friends or when we start discussing with our family members who are aware of BA profile, right? So people tend to say that BA should be from a technical background. Okay, so that is only a myth. BA is not mandated to be a technical background, right? I myself from a commerce background. Okay, I hardly write SQL queries. Okay, in my job role in real time, out of these 13 years, I hardly might have written 5 to 6 times of SQL queries. Okay, very basic SQL is enough for a business analyst, right? I'll tell you why that is required and why technical knowledge is not required. We will discuss in some time now. Okay, so these are the myths which we come across. We come to hear with our colleagues or friends when we talk to them in changing the transforming the career to business analyst. Okay, so why technical knowledge is not required for a BA, right? Right. So before you guys join this demo, you must have done some homework or you have some research on this business analyst profile, right? So who is a business analyst? Who is a business analyst? A very layman explanation I'm looking for, right? Anyone can understand. Who is a business analyst? What why do you want to transform your career as a PA? Anyone? You must be knowing something about the business analyst profile, right? We can unmute yourself. Okay, so let me tell you, right? A business analyst is the one, okay, individual, okay, who acts as a liaison, okay, liaison between the client and development team, or we can say IT team. Okay, a business analyst is the one who acts as a liaison between client and an IT team. What is meant by licensing? What is meant by licensing? What is meant by licensing? Licensing is nothing but a mediator. Okay, licensing is nothing like a role similar to mediator in between the client and the IT team, right? Why IT team can directly discuss with the client, right? So why we need a business analyst profile in between to transform or to pass on the conversations from client to IT team? Why do we need? IT team can directly talk to business, right? Or IT team can directly talk to the client. Why we need business analyst is, see, client understands only business language. Okay, client understand only business language, whereas IT team understands only technical language. Okay, So their thought process, IT team's thought process will always be around on the technical aspects. Okay, so they cannot understand, or they cannot understand properly on the business language, or business aspect point of view, right? So that is the reason there is a role which was introduced, like, which is a business analyst in between, to act as a liaison between IT and the client, right? So the word itself says, right, a person, an individual who is capable of analyzing the business. Okay, a individual who has a capable of analyzing the business is a BA, right? So our job is to only analyze the business, talk to the client only on the business perspective, not on the technical perspective, right? So that is the reason technical knowledge is not required for a BA. Okay, if you have a technical knowledge, that is a added advantage, but generally companies or organization does not see any technical knowledge for a business analyst. The reason is here, right? Business analyst is only hired to communicate with the client only on the business perspective. Okay, so that is the reason technical knowledge is not required, but a basic, right, basic SQL knowledge, is an added advantage. Okay, basic SQL knowledge is an added advantage for a BA. Why? Sometimes what happens, right? Not sometimes, most of the times what happens, client will ask you to give you some data. Okay, so which you need to pull from backend. You should not be always, or as a BA, we should not be always dependent on the development team or testing team to extract the data from backend. Okay, so sometimes what happens, one first time you ask, they give, second time you ask, they give, right? Most of the times they will be occupied with their work, right? So we should not be dependent on them to extract the data, right? To bypass that situation, we have to be we have to gain some basic knowledge on SQL, on how to write the queries and how to extract the data. Okay, only select query is enough. Okay, select query, joins, this knowledge is enough for a BA. Okay, now I hope you have understood who is a BA, and what a BA does at a high level in a project, right? Apart from this, BA does a lot of things in the project. Okay, besides licensing, or besides okay, besides licensing, or besides mediating between client and IT team, a business analyst does a lot of things. Okay, business analyst does requirements management. Okay, stakeholder management. Basically, a PA is a phase of the project. Okay, right, what is the phase of the project? You are the whole responsible for the project. Okay, you are the very important, we are the very important individuals, we are the very important persons in the project. Okay, anything happens, or any if a client wants to discuss anything on the project perspective, client will contact business analyst first, then only they'll go to project manager or anyone else. Okay, business analyst is very much important role in a project. Business analyst is a face of the project. Okay, so that is what a business analyst role is in the project. Okay, in any project. Okay, so any questions until now, or anything you want to know additionally on a business analyst profile? We can also discuss once you're done with this demo, but if you have any questions, you can ask me now. Okay, so the main skill set what a business analyst required is, okay, we should be interactive. Okay, we should be interactive. When you go to client for requirements gathering, okay, you should be interactive with the client. Okay, you cannot sit now not responding to client's question, or not responding to, right, team's questions, right? We should not be like that. A business analyst should always be an interactive individual among the team members. Okay, so now tell me, you have any questions on business analyst profile? or anything you want to know additionally? Yes, no.
As of now, no.
Right, I take it as a no from everyone. Okay, so let us get into the course content. Okay, right. So our training program is divided into two parts. One is business analyst introduction and one is SDLC. Okay, in the business analyst introduction, this could be these introduction sessions would be around in the first week. Okay, in the introduction session we'll see who is a BA at a larger level, right? What are the roles and responsibilities of a BA? What are the types of companies in the IT industry, right? What is the hierarchy and what are do's and don'ts of a BA? Like challenges, what we face as a BA. Basically, this first 1 week will be the introductory session to the business analyst profile. Okay, not only business analyst profile but also to the IT industry. Okay, because it is not mandatory that every one of you are coming from IT background. Okay, some of you may come from pharmacy background or some of you may come from banking, core banking sector, right? So these people, they, anyone who is coming from banking sector does not know how the IT industry works, right? What could be the roles, what could be the hierarchy in the IT industry, right? So to gain some knowledge on that perspective, I will also be covering some basics about IT industry in the first week of the session, and I'll also introduce how the business analyst role got introduced, and we'll discuss what are the roles and responsibilities of BA in the first week. Okay. Then once we are done with that, 1 week or 10 days of introductory sessions, then we'll start the SDLC. SDLC is again divided into two parts. One is waterfall methodology and another is agile methodology, right? In waterfall methodology, we'll be discussing and we'll learning everything whatever is required for a BA, like stakeholder analysis, stakeholder management, why RACI matrix is important, okay, why it is used, and what are the types of requirements, right? And how we elicitate the requirements, what are the techniques we use for the elicitation of the requirements, right? We have many elicitation techniques, right? What is elicitation? What is requirements elicitation? What is meant by requirements elicitation? Does anyone know? Requirements gathering, okay, techniques we use to gather the requirements. Those are called elicitation techniques. Okay, so business analyst, one main primary role and responsibility is requirements elicitation. Okay, so there are many techniques we have for which we can use to gather the requirements, but we should be able to identify the right elicitation technique at right point of time to gather the requirements, right? We cannot use random technique to gather the requirements. We should be knowledgeable enough to gather the requirements and to understand which technique should be used, right? So all those things we learn in the waterfall methodology. And in waterfall methodology we have different types of documentation like BRD, FRD, like SRS, requirements traceability matrix, right? Business requirement document. When I say BRD, it is business requirement document, functional requirement document, right? So all these things will take an example, like we'll take an use case. Okay, during the class we'll take an use case, or I can say a scenario based BRD, right? We'll discuss how to write the business requirement document, how to write the business functional requirement document, what actual content goes into BRD and what is the content goes into FRD, right? So we'll take a real-time example or similar to real-time use case and we'll discuss in our class. Okay, so this is what we do this is what we learn in the waterfall methodology. Okay, and during these sessions we'll also have some real role play activities. Okay, so what is role play activities? Let us say if you have completed elicitation techniques today. Okay, so we'll take a use case and we'll do some real-time requirements gathering, right? How a business analyst will do a real-time requirements gathering, we will also do in the similar way in the training program. Okay, we'll allocate 1 or 2 sessions for that, so that everyone get a chance to gather the requirements, right? How it is done is we'll take an example project or we'll take a scenario. Okay, I will play the role of client and you guys will play the role of business analyst. You have to gather the requirements from me. Okay, so based on the elicitation techniques what we have learned, you have to gather the requirements from me. Okay, so that you get some idea of how the real-time requirements gathering sessions go on. Okay, so that is what we do, and you'll also get a lot of case studies like when you learn RACI matrix. Okay, so you know what is a RACI matrix? Does anyone know what is the RACI matrix? Why RACI matrix is used? RACI matrix is used to do the stakeholder management. Okay, RACI matrix is used to do the stakeholder management. Okay, so let us say you have completed RACI matrix today. Okay, so you'll get one case study on RACI matrix. How you have to do that RACI matrix, you have to do on your own, based on your learnings on that particular session. Okay, so for each and every topic you will get a case study. Okay, 1 minute, right? So for each and every topic you will get these case studies, right? If you learn RACI matrix today, you will get a RACI matrix case study. Okay, if you learn risk analysis, you will get a case study on risk analysis. Okay, and you learn you learn how to write user stories, you will get a case study on how to write user stories, right? So each and every topic what we learn during the training session, you will get a case study, so that you have to work on that to gain the real-time project, to gain the real-time knowledge. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn in the waterfall methodology. Any questions here until now?
No.
Right. Okay, so what you are going to learn in Agile. Okay, so in Agile, right, Agile has many, Agile, under Agile we have multiple frameworks, right? And Agile is a methodology. Okay, under Agile we have Scrum, right? We have Kanban, we have XP, which is extreme programming, we have TDD, test driven development, right? We have feature driven development. All these are the frameworks under Agile. Okay, Scrum is the one which is mostly used across the globe because it is easy to implement and easy to understand. Okay, so in our training program also we are going to include Scrum. Okay, Scrum is the one which I'm going to teach you in our training program. Okay, so in and out of Scrum, I'll introduce Agile, like Agile principles or Agile values, and we'll see what are the different Agile frameworks, and we'll learn in depth of Scrum, right? What are the Scrum activities or Scrum events, right? Who is responsible to conduct the Scrum events? What is a business analyst role in the Scrum events, right? How to write epics, how to write user stories, all these things we'll learn. Okay, and how to calculate the team's velocity and team's capacity. Okay, so basically calculating the team's velocity and team's capacity is the Scrum Master's job. Okay, but as a business analyst, we should also aware of how this velocity and team's capacity is calculated. Okay, so we'll learn that too, how capacity and velocity is calculated, and we will also learn how the user stories are estimated. Okay, so any particular user story which is assigned, that should be estimated, right? So without estimations we cannot start our work. Okay, what is an estimation? Defining the time. Okay, so let us say if someone gives you any work, okay, so they will ask you within how much time you can complete this work. That is called estimation, right? If you say 1 hour, 2 hours, you are estimating that work to be completed in 2 hours, right? So similarly, we have to estimate the user story. Okay, so we have different techniques to estimate the user story. One is planning poker cards and one is t-shirt sizing, right? So most of the companies or most of the organization use planning poker cards to estimate their user stories. Okay, so we will learn both the techniques, how to use them and how to estimate the user story. Okay, so this is the course content. Any questions on the course content? Okay, right, coming to roadmap, how we are going to complete this training program. Okay, so the duration is 4 weeks, approximately 4 weeks, right? In the first week, as I said, we'll see the overview of a P and some introduction to IT industry and everything. In week 2, we'll start looking into stakeholder analysis, requirements analysis, right? And some activity diagrams and use can some related case studies. Okay. In the week 3, we'll start learning about waterfall, and we'll also start learning how to write BRD and FRD and what is a BA role in the testing aspect. Okay, testing phase. In fourth week, we'll start Agile, wherein we'll start learning about Scrum and how user stories are written, and what is how to use Jira to write the user stories and everything. Right. So this is a 4-week training program, and this is the roadmap how I will take you through the training. Okay. Then what are the tools which we are going to cover in this particular training program, right? So we are going to cover MS Visio for activity diagrams, right? Use case diagrams, everything. MS Visio I'm going to teach you. And for wireframes, we are going to learn Pencil. We have different tools. Okay, we have multiple tools for doing wireframes, but I'm going to teach you Pencil. Pencil is one of the wireframing tool, which is a free tool, open source. You can download in your laptops and you can use it for practice. Okay, and we'll also learn Jira, how to use Jira, how to create user stories, how to create the dashboards and everything. Okay, we'll also learn the jQueries, right? What is a jQuery? How to put the filters. Okay, we call it as a jQuery, and we'll also include SQL basics, right? As I mentioned, SQL basics is also required for a business analyst. So we'll introduce SQL to all of you guys, right? So we'll teach you some basic level of SQL, like what are the data types, how to write the queries, right? How to write select query, how to write joins, and everything we'll teach in the SQL class. Okay. So SQL class will not be much. It will be around 2 to 3 hours. We'll be doing this mostly on the weekends, SQL class. Okay. So this is about the tools what we are going to cover. Okay, and once we are done with the training program, we have a preparation time, right? So in the preparation time, we'll be working on real-time case studies, like apart from these case studies what I showed you, right? So this is a another project kind of thing which I'll give you after the entire training is completed. You have to work end to end on this particular training, on this particular project. Like you have to work on, you have to write BRD, you have to write FRD, you have to write user stories, you have to draw the activity diagrams, you have to draw the wireframes, everything you have to do, everything whatever you have learned in the training program, you have to apply on this particular project and you have to do. Okay, after that I'll do mock interviews based on meanwhile, while you are doing these activities, I will also work on your resumes to transform or to showcase your resume as a business analyst experience, right? And you can also once you're done with case study, I'll also do your mock interviews. Okay, so that you get some idea of how the business analyst interviews happen and everything, right? So there are two things here. Okay, so if you want to take your mock interview after the training program, I will do that. Or else if you want to take your mock interview whenever is interview scheduled, at that point of time also I can do, right? It is based on your choice when you wanted to take me your mock interview. Okay, so this is a preparation time and the prerequisites, right? So what are the prerequisites? Who can join this training program, right? Anyone, as I told you, any graduation is must. Okay, any software programmers or any quality assurance team member or any subject matter expert, anyone who is willing to transform their career, they can do so, right? But a graduation is must. Okay, right? Any questions until now?
No.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions, or do you want me to proceed? Okay, yeah. So I'll just, that's all for the demo session. Like, what are the topics I'm going to cover and everything. I think I've covered everything what I have to present in the demo session. If you guys does not have any questions, then I'll proceed with the batch timings and everything, right? You can also contact me. Okay, you can also contact me for any kind of, uh, you know, Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so what I was saying is, let me share my screen. Yeah, right. Yeah, so since I think you guys do not have any questions further, so I'll proceed with the batch timings and everything, right? So currently I'm planning to start 2 batches. Okay, I'll start with uh, daily batch. Daily batch I'm planning to start from 22nd of this month, right? So daily batch, right, November 22nd, and timings would be 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. IST. Okay, so 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. IST, in the sense it is 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. EST, right? EST in the USA or Canada. If anyone of you are from US and Canada, the timings would be 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Okay, so every day one hour class, that is Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday in India. When it comes to US or Canada, it is Sunday to Thursday. Okay, because both are same batches, but due to the time difference, right? So this is the pattern what we get in the daytime, Monday to Friday in India and Sunday to Thursday in USA, right? And the fees would be, fees 8,000. This includes BA plus SQL and all of the case studies, resume preparation, interview preparation, and everything. Okay, so this is 8,000 INR. When it comes to dollar, let me give me 1 minute. I'm converting 8,000 to USD. Okay, it is close to $96 in USD. Okay, and CAD, in Canadian dollars, it is 135, close to. Okay, so these are the fee details. Okay, so this is my contact number, and this is my email ID. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, any additional questions you want to talk to me, you can contact me on my email ID or my contact number or WhatsApp, whatever it is, right? If you want to join for this batch, uh, you know, you can enroll within, by 20 of this month, right? Or by 21st of November, you can enroll for this batch. Okay. So another batch, what I'm planning is only on Saturday and Sunday, right? This is a weekend batch. Only on Saturday, Sunday, right? Timings would be timings would be little different. Okay, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. IST. On weekends, I would take 1.5 hour class. Okay, when it comes to EST, let me convert. Right, 9 a.m. IST to EST, 10:30 p.m. Okay, in US or Canada, it is 10:30 p.m. to 12 a.m. Okay, 1.5 hour class on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, fees would be same. There are no changes in the fee for weekends and weekday batches. Okay. Okay, this is because of due to the time difference. Okay, any questions or anything you want to know?
Yes. Provide the certification.
Right, nice one, right? I just forgot to mention about certifications, right? So let me open, right? So for business analyst, we have three types of certifications. Okay, one is CBA, one is ECBA, okay, one is CBA, one is CPAP. Okay, so these are the three certifications what we have for a business analyst, right? All these certifications is provided by IIBA, International Institute of Business Analysis. Okay, all these three certifications are provided by International Institute of Business Analysts. IIBA will provide these certifications, right? So for writing ECBA, there is no specific criteria. Anyone can write ICBA, ECBA. You can write, I can write, anyone can write this ICBA. To write CBA, right? CBA, ECBA abbreviation is Entry Certified Business Analysis, okay? And CBA Certified Business Analysis. For writing CBA, we should have at least 350 hours of working experience as a BA, okay, in the last 10 years, okay? And writing CBAP, a person should work at least 700 hours as a BA in last 10 years, okay? So this is the criteria which has been set by IIBA, okay? When it comes to India, I know India market, in India, certifications are not mandatory. Organization does not prefer certifications, they only prefer the skill set, right? But I don't think that is the same with in USA and Canada. I think US and Canada, they look for certifications, okay? But with this training program, you will be able to write ECBA certification. You will able to clear the ECBA certification, because all the course content what I'm going to cover is from IIBA, BBAC, BBook, ECBA content only. Okay, so these are the things related to certifications. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So any other questions? So from my side, you'll get a participation certificate, but to be frank, that is of no use. Only these certifications are accepted by any organizations worldwide. Okay, only IABA certifications are treated as certified business analyst.
So for this, any fee
Sorry?
to enroll this exam, do we need to pay?
Yes, it is a paid exam, right? Let me show you that. Those are paid examinations. Okay, and the fees would be a bit high. I suggest, if you're working in India, certifications are not required, but let me show you that one. One minute of certifications. Yeah, Azhar, just give me 1 minute. I'll come to your question. Okay, so this is the fee detail. ICBA, it is $150. Sorry, it is 350. Okay, $350. These are some other, if you're IABA member, these are the applicable fees. But if you are a non-member, this is the fee. $350 for ECBA, $400 for CCBA, and CBAP is $500. Okay, so these are a bit costly certifications, and these are also not valid for lifetime. You have to renewal for these certifications for every 2 years. Okay. You got that right?
Yes, got it.
Okay. So duration, Azhar, to answer your question, duration is 4 weeks. Okay. Duration is 4 weeks, which have categorized in into 4 weeks, and we are going to through this training program in these 4 weeks with different topics. Okay.
Hi, sir. This is Ashok.
Yeah.
Sir, can you provide any job assistance?
Sorry,
I mean, job assistance.
your voice is too low, Ashok.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, it is better.
I asked that can you provide any job assistance? I mean, any job vacancies you can.
Right. So coming to job references, right? So, if I come across any of the openings in my circle, I'll definitely refer you guys. I mean, I'll be keep posting in my WhatsApp community and in my Facebook page as well, right? So you can also try from your end, and I will also post some of the openings from my end as well, right? Which are suitable for you guys. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And is there any offline classes, sir?
Offline classes, no, only online as of now. Offline, I have not yet started as of.
And one more question is if I get placed, is there any job support?
Yeah, I mean, we can discuss all those things once we complete the training program. You'll get that support.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So around Christmas, right? So usually I do batches every once I complete the previous batch, I do a new batch. So this batch, if I complete around by the end of December, then I would start a new batch, Bhumi. If not, because most of the people would be on a vacation, year end. So probably I may not start.
Sorry for interrupting.
Sorry.
Sorry for interrupting. My name is Venkatesh.
Okay, Venkatesh. I thought I saw
Sorry for
your
interrupting.
movie, so
There is one question is there for me. Like there is some recession is going on now for Indian market. It will be impact on this business analyst.
see that is not a recession. Okay. See,
Yeah.
we are almost in a year end, right? So the hiring will be slow right now because November and December people will go on vacations. The people in the USA, everyone will be in a vacation mode. We have Thanksgiving Day next week, but the December week almost we have Christmas, New Year, and everything, right? So hiring will be slow in the month of November and December. Okay. Again, it will cope up in the month of from February. You'll see hirings will be good because most of the organizations will start their project in April. Okay. So before April only, before the project only, they'll make their team ready. Okay. So February, March, you'll get some good openings and right. Basically, this is not recession. This is because of year-end holiday season.
Means I mean to say that there is some in YouTube also. Searching in YouTube also there is a
See, YouTube and
recession
everything,
is there, so they are getting.
they say a lot of things, but that is not the reality. Okay. So you can check in Naukri, you can check in LinkedIn, any job platform you check, you have hundreds of openings for a BA. Not only for BA, you take any role, there are hundreds of openings in Naukri, LinkedIn, whatever the platform you take. Okay. That is not the
Okay.
recession.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So if not, then I'll close the session. Right before I close, these are my contact number. It is 75698428886 is my WhatsApp number and my calling number as well. And this is my email ID trainings@itcareerpath.online. You can contact me if you have any additional questions, or if you want to enroll, you can contact me. Okay. So as I said, batch would be starting from 22nd of November. So you can enroll as soon as possible. These batches would be very limited. okay, with limited seats, because when I get to mock interviews and resume preparation, I have to concentrate on each and every individual. So I take very limited participants per batch. Okay. So the first come, the first seat is allotted. So based on that, you can decide and enroll to the course. Okay. So that's all from my side. If you guys have anything to discuss, then we can talk. Okay. If you guys